This week's episode of WWE saw female superstars Ruby Riot, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan make their main roster debuts. The surprise arrival echoed similar events last night, on which saw Paige return after a long hiatus, bringing along competitors Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville with her as backup. That trio proceeded to lay waste to several members of the women's division, and it now appears that they may have started a trend. For those who might not be familiar, here's some background information on three newest recruits. Ruby Riot has been wrestling on the indie circuit since 2010, under the ring name Heidi Lovelace. During that time, she competed for such companies as Shimmer, Chikara, and OVW. Riot signed with WWE in January, and made her TV debut on the March 22 episode of her final match was taped prior to last Saturday's special, and will air tomorrow night on the WWE Network. Related WWE Raw Paige returns with debuting NXT names. Liv Morgan was discovered while training at a gym in New Jersey, and signed with WWE Developmental in 2014. She made her pro wrestling debut in 2015. Her short career has had a few ups and downs, but she's quite athletic, and tends to get a positive reaction from the crowds at Full Sail. Morgan was last seen competing in a triple threat match against Peyton Royce and Nikki Cross on the October 11 episode of in which she failed to earn a spot in the Fatal 4-Way match for the vacant women's title at TakeOver War Games. As for Sarah Logan, she's been wrestling on the indie scene since 2011, under the ring name Crazy Mary Dobson. Logan made a few one-off appearances on both and WWE's main programs over the last few years, before being signed to a contract in fall 2016. Logan competed in the inaugural tournament, and participated in the Battle Royal that determined the final entrant in the aforementioned four-way. Like Paige, Rose, and Deville, the trio of Riot, Morgan, and Logan also beat down prominent members of the women's division, those being Naomi, Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Natalya. That said, one wonders why three fan favorites were suddenly brought up as cocky heels, especially the very popular Riot. With all these new additions to the women's rosters though, the long-discussed women's match seems more and more likely a possibility. More Paige's WWE teammates, who are Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose,